This is unexpected Earth, and these are places where nature broke the rules. Today, we are going to talk about the Sailing Stones located in Death Valley, USA. Have you ever heard of a place where stones move on their own? Welcome to Racetrack Playa, in the heart of Death Valley, California. It's one of the driest, hottest, and most desolate places on Earth. And here, something impossible happens. Scattered across this cracked, ancient lakebed are massive rocks, some weighing more than a full-grown tiger, over 300 kilograms. And behind them, long, mysterious trails are etched into the mud. These are the Sailing Stones. For decades, their movement was a complete enigma. No one had ever seen them move. There were no footprints, no teetered tracks, just these heavy boulders and the long, silent paths they left behind. Imagine standing here, in this vast, empty expanse, seeing proof that something with immense force has pushed these rocks, but with no evidence of what that force could be. It's a natural mystery that baffled scientists and fueled countless theories. Some people whispered about magnetic fields, strange energy vortexes, or even extraterrestrial intervention. The local Shoshone tribe has stories about this place that go back generations, treating it with a mixture of reverence and caution. The sheer silence out here can be unsettling. You feel incredibly small, and the idea that these giant rocks are alive, moving when no one is watching, is a deeply creepy thought. For years, scientists set up cameras, GPS trackers, and weather stations, all in a desperate attempt to catch the stones in the act. But year after year, nothing. The rocks remained perfectly still, as if guarding their secret. The mystery only deepened. Then, in the winter of 2013, a team of researchers finally got lucky. They had embedded GPS units into several rocks and set up time-lapse cameras. And after years of waiting, they captured it. The secret wasn't aliens or magnetic forces, but a very specific and rare combination of natural events. It starts with just enough rain to flood the playa with a shallow layer of water. Then, as temperatures drop below freezing overnight, this water forms a thin sheet of wind-pane ice, just a few millimeters thick. The ice is thin enough to float, but thick enough to be strong. As the sun rises, the ice begins to melt and break up into huge, floating panels. Now, here's where it gets amazing. Even a light breeze, just a gentle wind gliding across the playa, is enough to push these massive ice sheets. The sheets act like sails, and as they move, they nudge the rocks trapped within them. The rocks begin to glide, ever so slowly across the slick, muddy floor underneath. They don't roll, they slide. The movement is almost imperceptible, just a few meters per minute, but over several hours, they can travel hundreds of meters, carving those iconic tracks as they go. It's a delicate dance of ice, water, wind, and rock. The conditions have to be absolutely perfect. Too much water, and the rocks are submerged. Too little, and the ice can't form properly. The wind has to be just right, not too strong, not too weak. This explains why the event is so rare. It might only happen once every few years, or even once a decade. It also explains why no one ever saw it. You'd have to be in one of the most inhospitable places on the planet during a very specific cold, wet, and windy weather event. The scientists who finally solved the puzzle described it as a moment of pure scientific joy, watching their GPS data come alive and seeing the rocks finally move on their monitors. It was a victory for patience and the scientific method. But even with the explanation, there's still a powerful sense of mystery here. Standing on Racetrack Playa, seeing the evidence with your own eyes, it's hard not to feel a sense of wonder. The science makes sense, but the sight itself feels magical. It's a beautiful reminder that our planet is full of incredible phenomena, things that seem impossible until we look closer. The Sailing Stones aren't moved by supernatural forces, but by the perfectly orchestrated power of nature itself. They're a testament to the subtle, powerful forces that are constantly shaping our world, often when we aren't looking. And in a way, knowing the science behind it makes it even more awe-inspiring. It's not just a mystery, it's a story of geology, physics, and meteorology, all coming together in a breathtaking performance. So, while the how is largely answered, the feeling of this place remains. The eerie silence, the vast emptiness, and the silent, patient stones on their slow, unpredictable journey across the desert floor. The trails they leave are a temporary record of a fleeting moment of perfect conditions. In a few years, wind and rain will erase these tracks, and the playa will be a blank slate once more, waiting for the next time the rocks decide to sail. It makes you think about all the other hidden processes happening on our planet, unseen and unheard. What other secrets are out there, waiting for the right moment and the right observer to be revealed? The story of the sailing stones is a perfect example of how a place can hold on to its magic, even after its greatest secret has been explained. The true magic lies in the intricate, beautiful complexity of the natural world itself. Visiting this place is a humbling experience. You're not just looking at rocks, you're looking at a geological story written over time. Each track is a sentence in a language that we've only just begun to understand. It's a powerful lesson in patience, showing that some of nature's greatest works happen slowly, quietly, and far from human eyes. It encourages us to look at the world with a sense of curiosity and to appreciate the subtle, hidden beauty that is all around us. The world is full of wonders, and sometimes the most incredible ones are found in the most desolate of places, where giant stones go for a walk when no one is watching. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to Death Valley. If you're fascinated by the hidden wonders of our planet, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into the world's greatest mysteries. What natural phenomena blows your mind? Let me know in the comments below. See you next time.